Welcome back to Humble Pie. I'm your host, Jimmy D. With me. What is with this camera today?
You know, one of these days, I'm going to bring a sword and I'm going to attack you. And I did get a sword as a birthday present, so...
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a replica of Law's sword.
I have a Tundra sword behind us. It's buried by all those boxes, but
So
it is back
one of
there.
these days, I will bring a sword, and you will not know when or where, but I will have a sword on me.
This is so good for me. I can't wait.
Foreshadowing is a literary device.
Fans of the channel are going to see that. Oh, man. All right. Well, with that, we have ourselves a great first round matchup coming into OP13. And something you're going to see a little bit of a theme with today's decks. This really is an OP13 meta.
He clickbaited you. He clickbaited you.
This is, everyone doesn't want to play the current meta. There were some meta decks there, by the way. I was actually able to eliminate one of the few meta decks that was there in round one and knocked it off the camera. But there's just, honestly, I think most of our society as a whole has gotten to the point where, like, we're just gonna play what we love, and everyone else has just agreed.
It's a locals, dude.
Yeah,
Why are you tryharding at a locals?
Right? Like, what are you winning with this? These decks are clearly too linear. They're not very fun, and it's just, it is what it is. But I love it. We have on camera today our first matchup: Green Purple Lim versus Green Yellow Trafalgar Law, and some updates to this deck. So check it out. Tazzy, good to see you. Let's get into the deck list. Well, since I can't cover your deck, I'm definitely going to be covering the Green Purple Lim deck. Now, this is Cam Sharp special. He's been on here at least 3 or 4 times, and this has changed. Just a little extra tweaks in here. We've seen some new cards that we knew were going to be really good for this deck coming out in OP13, most of the shapes. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But there has been some new additional cards that come out to make Lim a very promising leader within this format. I don't think, unfortunately, strong enough to get past the Emu wall that exists, but it is a very, very good deck.
That's what the Zoro is for.
Mm-hmm. And the Zoro's out there.
Yeah, the Zoro is good. The 9-cost Zoro is like a card that's like fairly solid into both Ace and Emu.
Mm-hmm. And this one does have a really powerful ability. It always has had one. It's a ramp with being able to play a 5-cost or less for 3 Dawn, which is absolutely insane.
Beef Patty, you lose. You hate every deck you lose to.
Absolutely. Beef Patty's like, nah, that guy beat me once. I've got a vendetta against him. Curly says Cam is 100% the GOAT. I would agree with that. Cam is great. I love his humility, and I love his playstyle and the way that he's dedicated to this deck, similar to what you are in Green Yellow Law. That's what I respect both of you for the very same reason. You pick a deck, you're saying, I'm going to make this deck work. I see the potential in it, and I'm going to tweak my deck to try and work around the meta. And to players like that, seriously, my hat goes off to you, respect to you, because you're not just following what the paper tells you to. You're following with your own knowledge, your own gut. And when you win, I think, honestly, you deserve a bigger trophy, at least the pride trophy, if you will, in the fact that you brought your deck to the victory versus someone who's like, yeah, I looked on the website, and this was the good 50-card deck, and I ran that 50-card deck. Like, what are you doing? If it's like, I heard this is doing well because the meta breakdown, and I picked this one because its percentage was higher. It's like,
I mean, people who choose decks based on that are not going to win.
In a lot of cases, yes.
Maybe a locals, but like in any bigger tournament, it is the people who actually like do dedicate to figuring out those decks that, like, even if there are clearly better decks, those people do still put the time in to test them.
Mm-hmm. 39, good to see you. I will agree with you in the 90th percentile. I will say that I've seen some very, very good players in my time, and some people get up there in the top who literally just pick up the top meta deck and just win it. And I mean, that was showcased, and this is no shade towards this guy, did really good. There was an individual not even a month ago who picked up, the Digimon player who picked up a One-Piece deck. They gave him a meta deck, he won it. Then they gave him a Gundam deck, and he won that tournament with a Gundam deck. It was a meta deck. Like, he really was new to these games. But the meta deck really carried him along with his base knowledge of how to play the game. So there's that level that you have to respect to someone who understands the mechanics of the game, understands the phases and the sequencing, and can use already what is a flushed out, like, the most accurate or the most consistent deck that you could possibly imagine, and use that to their advantage to be able to take tournaments down. And that's in the 10th percentile. It's not the most. I agree with you, yes. If you truly dedicate yourself to the practice and doing that thing, you're going to have more leverage than other people playing a meta deck. But it doesn't
Also,
mean
Beef Patty, objectively incorrect. RP Law. RP Law is the best leader ever created.
It won for a reason. The thing was absolutely dominating. And honestly, don't sleep on the blue-purple Luffy. It's got a good chance coming back once we get the promo.
Yeah,
for
which
Roger.
did get delayed.
How long?
January.
Oh, why? All right, looks like I'm in. We're like, checkmate. Checkmate indeed, Sai. All right, let's get into this leader. So those who don't know, this one's a unique one. All the characters have to come into play rested, which is okay because most of the characters play off through that ability. You have some restand capabilities, which is nice. You really want to start off with this limb, be able to restand it, not to mention give you a free target to attack with. And even though it has 0 power, when you're attacking, it doesn't matter. You don't lose a character. So you can instantaneously get your board set up so you can start getting some of these more powerful combos that require double rested characters. Like this board costs the ace. That's Graceful Charity, right? No, this one's if you have 2 or more characters, rest up to one of your opponent's characters that cost 5 or less. So a nice little rester. Give yourself an attack target if you need one. If you have 3 or more rested, draw a card. So nice little draw engine with this one. Doflamingo is the restand blocker, which has always been an outstanding effect. Katakuri dominated the meta with its ability like this. Most decks that have a blocker on the defense, but an attacker, and that's what Yusa's Kid was kind of like really good for, because it could turn these characters that were not naturally blockers into blockers and have this really powerful ability of I can attack with this and I can use it defensively. Into the Enel.
This is the Graceful Charity.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. This one, if you have 2 or more rested characters, you get to draw 3 cards and discard 2. Nice little Graceful Charity draw engine. Get the consistency in the deck because this has a very few searchers. I mean, you have Lim is your searcher. So consistency not the highest, but it does.
I mean, because of the draw power from the Enel, like the consistency isn't terrible. It's like you do have the Sabos, you have the Enels, but consistency can be kind of rough, and you have absolutely no way of getting your top end or any of your defensive events.
Absolutely. And Beef Patty in chat says Zoro alt at $40 down with so lame.
Oh yeah, they're talking about Pokemon scalpers driving all the prices up.
Yeah. Well, is that up or down to you? Because
no, the Zoro alt from OP05, that used to be like that used to be a really cheap alt, dude. That used to be like $10 tops.
Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the things that we did talk about in the early part of this video. If you guys want to check it out, this will be cut out on YouTube as its own separate segment. But right now, the Pokemon market is falling apart. The sales and everything are going out there because of printing war, as they should have been doing a long time ago. And the value of these cards are tanking because of the way the market works when you print more of the product. And with that, they're now going to be looking for another game. So One Piece players, if you're not prepared for it, get ready. Hang on to your cards because the scalpers are coming their way and they're trying to jack up the prices again. Hopefully, if you're local here at LifeLink Games, we're doing the best we can to get as much product as possible to make it as affordable as possible for you. And hopefully we'll be able to squeeze our way past the insanity that scalpers bring to your favorite TCGs. But know that, yes, it is coming. And I do apologize. There's nothing we can do about it. The scalper's going to scalp. They're going to try to find a way that they can monopolize the market. In One Piece, as good as it's been lately, still is not printing enough, in my opinion. How about you?
I mean, definitely with PRB sets, they have not been printing enough.
And even
also, the Devil Fruit, yeah, they underprinted that.
Yeah. I hope they do another wave with that. This is a Christmas special. I need to get something a little bit better than mine. Can you see how beat up this thing is?
Yeah.
Like, I want to show you guys how beat up this thing is. I was able to snag this at a Meijer. This is a northern Walmart, if you guys have never been up north. But I was able to get this from Meijer. This was buried at the bottom, and it looks like it was kicked around like a soccer ball. It's got all dents in it, all the way across it. And I wanted to get one for the collection, because as you guys see, I collect all those devil fruits here, and try to get those, keep at least one of them sealed. But good grief, the availability has been very limited. The packs, they're okay. I mean, it's not like the Dawn is really where the value is, and even that, what are they, $10 a piece?
Yep.
Like $10 a piece for these Dawn, not bad. I love the gimmick of it. I think this is probably the best made fruit personally. I like the stem take off to open it up and then keep it locked in. That's a really neat mechanic to it. But LifeLink only got 3 of these things. They sold out instantaneously.
I mean, we didn't even sell them there.
No, yeah, we gave them as prize. Yeah, use those as prize support for everyone out there. So I couldn't even get my hands from LifeLink to get this one. So I had to go to Meijer and get this beat up old one. I would like to get a preferred better conditioned one before I open one, because I like to open one and then Oh man, look at that. The tape's even screwed up. But this thing looks like it's seen better days. Let's just say that. But this is the best I can do to keep my collection going. All right, back to the deck list. I don't think they are at all. Curly, I agree with you. Yeah, Curly doesn't think they print enough. Honestly, if they print enough, you'd have boxes left on the shelf. There's no reason we can buy roughly 280 boxes of OP13. A set that we were already talking about, not seeing enough play. There's a lot of people not really kind of disenfranchised.
I mean, the set is really good, and there's a lot of value, especially for the collectors.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
So it's a really good set. It's just the format's not great.
Yeah, absolutely. But out of those 250 boxes or whatever we got, we sold out instantaneously the weekend of. So
I mean, it helped that Chris was running an insane deal.
It does, but yeah, this is the kind of thing that LifeLink always does. Like Chris will always make sure that they try to get the product out to the players as best as possible, and we beat every price hands down. We even beat them on deck boxes. Like showing that in the deck boxes, like, are you kidding me? Like the Appa sleeves. Did you know that those things are going for like $80 right now? Appa sleeves, for Appa. We were selling those things for like $20
for sleeves.
Yeah. It's a madhouse out here, guys. Curly says, I was only able to get 2 boxes, and I was only late by like 2 days, and the last time the boxes were out. Yeah, it only takes about 2-3 days, and these things sell out. A good, healthy format would be something we have extra where we could do limited events with the product, or just, enough where we always had prize support to guarantee giveaway at the end of every single tournament. That's a healthy distribution. If we're able to get 250 and sell out in 3 days, clearly the demand is a lot higher than...
Is that 250 for just OP13? Or was that for all the boxes?
Oh, that was just for 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Now, as smart as Chris is, because Chris is always thinking about you guys, he did put some boxes aside from the 250. Not many, but he put a few boxes aside for prize support to make sure that we still had prize support.
Okay.
13. So again, he's looking out for you guys. He's going around and he does the same thing he did for Gundam because we knew our shipment was low, so we had to get some prize packs that way. And hats off to it, guys. You got to give a whole lot of hearts in the chat for Chris and his benevolence, constantly making sure that not only we always have affordable product and something we want to grow to, but he's always thinking of you guys by putting some stuff aside to make sure that the price support's always there, so you're not just sitting there staring at him going like, got anything today? And it's like, I'll give you a high five and a congratulations for how well you did. Curly says Chris might be the GOAT for real. Absolutely is the GOAT for real. He's definitely a GOAT. Man has had your back since day one. He has fought a lot of people who have called him an idiot to his face because he sells at the prices he does. That's mostly scalpers who are mad at us for basically beating them at the market and giving them an alternative choice so people can get the product at an affordable cost. And a lot of these guys, as evil as they are, have made life sometimes miserable for them. So if you see them out there, tell them to go F off, because I'm tired of hearing it. Chris has been the only person that I know in this local area that has had your consideration and your wallet in mind, not only your ability to enjoy these games in mind above everybody else. So I digress. Let's talk about the list.
Okay.
Last thing I want to talk about are the last 2 toppers. This one, a great finisher, has been since its printing. It is absolutely great art, beautiful. Don't get the one from the trader box because it is hideous. And Shanks on play, set all your Dawn cards as active, and you cannot play cards from your hand during this turn.
But you can play cards from effects, notably, but it means that you just can't. It's a very poorly worded card, but you can use your leader effect to still play cards, but you cannot just play cards naturally.
Absolutely. Which means that you can attach Dawn for attack power. You can leave some
them
open
up
for the next turn. Yep. And or just basically make Zora go brrr for that whole turn. It'd be absolutely insane. But this is going to be going up against another fan favorite, the green-yellow Trafalgar Law. Tell me about it.
Here's Law. If you somehow don't know what this card does, and you've been watching this channel for any period of time, how? But
Number 1 thumbnail.
Dawn ×1, activate main, once per turn. Total cost of 5 or more on your board. Return one of the characters to your hand, look at the top card of your life, or reveal it so both players get to look. If it is a supernova with cost 5 or less, you play it. So this lets you cheat out a bunch of bodies, namely Cavendish, to restand 2 Dawn. You can also get this to bounce a character to play a character, which is pretty strong. You have this.
Curly wants to know what this deck does. He's
everything. It does everything, man. This freezes a character or Dawn. This is decent draw power. A bit janky because you have to have 8 or more rested cards, which is kind of rough to do. We have Restand Law, which means that you restand Cavendish, which is really strong. And then for the new additions, because I did change this deck up slightly, I switched from Hody to Dead Man's Game because Dead Man's Game is just lower investment than Hody. It's less Dawn, and you don't have to take a life, which is really important in this deck that already has to take so many life.
Yeah, right.
It's also counter, so it's not a complete break in your hand.
Have you noticed the counter has been more relevant in this meta?
I have actually not drawn. This was the first night I got to play it, and I didn't draw it enough to really notice.
Okay.
You have Heal Law, which is good for setup, and also just good for healing. I put the Kid back in because I had a free slot after cutting the Hodies, and like this card is fine. I might swap it for something else. I don't know what yet. This is just kind of a placeholder card. But
like, before we get off on that one, I'm actually kind of interested in your opinion in this current meta. Do you feel like this effect has kind of been power crept out, or do you still feel like this is
it's just
very
not
strong? Go ahead.
It's obviously a strong effect. It's just not very favored into a meta where Ace is playing blocker beards that can just hit over this thing very easily, and Emo has the Venus Juros that can also just like reduce the power of it enough that it's just not really like it's really easy to swing into, meaning that we're just currently not in a meta where it's very favored right now. It's just like the meta itself is the problem with Kid right now, and it's just not a very favorable meta, but it's the 50th card in the deck.
All right. I made the room, made the space. Let's go and find out. Guys, tell us in the chat what you guys think is going to win this one. This one going to be arguably our shortest of the 3 games. And I might have to start skipping ahead for some of the deep thinkers. I gotta say, one of the things I love about playing in these locals, especially with the group that we have here, we have the opportunity to talk to each other and talk about their plays and find the optimal lines to help us get better at the game. We really treat locals like blade sharpener, you know? Like, I will spend a lot of time here in this room or sometimes just outside talking people through certain strategies, letting them say, okay, you know what's in my hand, you can account for this. What is your plan of strategy? What's your math that you're trying to establish? What is it that you're trying to do with this game? And I really enjoy the fact that every single player is like, yes, I'm signed in for this. I don't need to sweat at a local. I'm trying to get good. You're trying to get good. Let's play the best that we possibly can and hopefully translate that into a tournament win in the future. And you and I do it too.
Yeah.
When we play. What do you think like locals play versus competitive play? Which one's your personal favorite?
It's just 2 very different experiences. It depends on what I'm going in for. I just like playing the game, man.
Same.
I went first to throw Lim off of its curve.
Okay. All right. Good call.
It's like, I know I usually prefer to go second, but my going first curve is still pretty strong, and Lim suffers immensely
Going second.
So
yeah, because it's really only got a few 1-drops. You got to hope to hit it, which he does. All right,
Yeah.
Excellent. Gets his turn 1, but that's really why you want to go first. You want to see it, best of luck, and then get that out there, and then eventually hit that 30 Dawn leader ability, right?
Yeah.
To ramp out. But we'll see if you can amass up to 5. Is it even possible on going first?
on turn 2, for the 3 Dawn turn, no.
No. Okay. I was gonna say I didn't think the math worked out. I think it does really well. That's why you like it on second. It's
Yeah,
very
because
easy.
second does let me do it. But going first, I can now play Searcher into 2 Searchers, into then being able to pop off.
And have that perfect hand, have the right targets.
Yeah.
Have we seen that you have the Cavendish yet?
No.
Okay. Do we know if we have it?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Okay.
I kept this hand. Although also 3 Searchers might have.
Been another determining factor
Yeah.
to why you keep it. Yeah. Is this really? I know it's Trafalgar Law, but it's really Cavendish wins. Do you feel like that?
I mean, it's a lot of law cards. There are a lot of laws in this deck, and the laws do a lot of heavy lifting, but Cavendish is just such a good card.
But most of those laws even help the Cavendish, right?
Yeah.
Like they bring him in, they restand him, they protect him. I feel like law's there, and don't get me wrong, but I just feel like it's really Cavendish goes home. Like this law is its finest as a strategist sitting in the background and making sure Cavendish can just go wild.
Yeah, that's kind of what Law does in a lot of the story, is just be in the background. It's like, sure, he does fight a lot, but he's mainly the schemer.
Right. So it looks like we got the Graceful Charity and a 6 hit here.
Pretty simple take here.
Absolutely. I think it's the first one you've had to take.
First available
It's a
swing. So
yeah. 5 Dawn turn. We're going to see if we can get out that not infinite, but that really cool combo you bring out with the Cavendish.
yeah, Cavendish into beige, and to put something else into life, and use leader effect.
even with the fact that this takes a life by itself because of leader effect, you still feel like that it's an easy choice for that early take.
Yeah. Just an additional card. You do also have a decent bit of heal, so especially seeing as I did search heal law.
Which makes sense. I do like that avenue of approach. Like if you need to in a pinch, you can go up to that. The versatility of your deck is probably one of the things I love the most. You have so many different options and lines in which to take based on how things go, and if you know the deck well enough, you know like what you're going up against. You know which lane that you should be taking, and those. And I've seen you in matchups that would arguably be your worst matchup. You actually intelligently played around to make sure that you were favored.
And in some of those matchups, I can do all the playing around I want and still lose to people having cards that I just can't answer.
Yeah. But as a person who's seen you play this deck a long time, I gotta say, like, you've the amount of times I've heard you like, oh great, my worst matchup, and then I was like, oh, he lost it. He's like, no, I lost. He got it. So you had to have clearly had some strategy in mind that is a winning route. Maybe not the most optimal, but a winning route.
Yeah.
But here we go, right on curve here. Interestingly enough, he didn't pay the full 5 for it, but right on curve for the 5 dawn turn. Huge swing, 9. Are you in a racing factor? Is that what this is?
No.
Oh, trying to get rid of the board. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to take advantage of the fact that all my opponents' cards are going to come in rested.
So starvation is probably your best strategy against this deck?
Not necessarily starvation, but just always prioritizing board. Because if my opponent doesn't have a board, they can't really threaten anything, and I'm able to just take it.
Now, I know you use that strategy quite a bit in your gameplay. Would you say Emu is probably an exception to the rule?
I mean, yeah, Emu is just constantly go face. It's not worth going for board unless it's like after they've done a 10-drop play. Maybe then just to survive a turn if you are able to maybe do something on the next turn.
Right.
But...
All right, using leader ability. We'll see what character he gets out. Interesting he hasn't attacked with a limb yet, though. Oh, it's just Dolphamingo.
Yeah.
That's fine. Dolphamingo just restands at the end turn. And using the other 3 to get the limb.
2. That was a 2
sorry.
cost. That's the blocker.
That's right. They got a 1, 2, and 3 cost limb. 6.
Yeah,
Gonna get
pretty
to
simple
2K
2K here.
We already saw that one on the field, too.
Yep, and now restand both of the characters.
Keeping them protected. So now you got to work through maybe one blocker. Are you thinking about heal route now, or are you thinking about restand, trying to go offensive?
Can't necessarily. I think I have a restand law in hand.
I'm liking the assortment of these Dawn here.
Yeah, I'm just missing one more of the red one for what I want to do.
Okay.
With this is because I have 6 of the foil PRB law Dawn now, so I'm gonna go 6-2-2.
Oh, nice.
Like 2 of each of the new Devil Fruit ones.
And we are going heal route. All right.
I mean, heal law into a restand law into life.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So we got another. Our first attack with Cavendish is going to restand 2.
Yep. So yeah, I'm just missing 1 of the red Dawn because I ordered 2 of the red Dawn. One of the sellers gave me a blue Dawn, and I can't get a refund on it because I mixed up all the like order forms, and I don't know what seller it was, so I can't put in a refund for it now.
I hate when that happens, when I lose a receipt and I forget which one it was and which one to complain to.
Yeah, because there were no images for either. Obviously, if there were images, I would have gotten the right one.
Right. It can be the downside of using TCG player.
Yeah, but I think I've found someone who's willing to trade a red one for a blue one.
Excellent. All right, I was going to ask, because like now you got her out there. Looks like he had 1 open for the Dead Man's Game to counter that swing.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, not the end of the world.
No, I mean this is too early to even be concerned about that. You've
Honestly,
got
I'd rather the Dead Man's Game not be a threat for the main effect.
Right. Rest in 2 and the Dawn on your turn here.
Yeah.
Already seeing a restand law to get another attack from this Cavendish. Are we going to see another way to restand this Cavendish?
No.
Just okay.
Searchers. We're just doing searchers now.
Alrighty. So outside of like that fat hand you have, what else you got for protection? Ooh, there we go. Dead Man's Game. So now there is right there a protection card, but that's not leader only, is it?
It is leader only.
It is, okay. So
If only it wasn't. No, the only protection I have right now is my hand.
Gotcha. Another searcher Luffy. Let's see if we can get some more 2Ks, maybe some blockers. You only have 1 open, so not likely to
And
play
I have
blocker.
the Kitten Killer, which I'm not playing anything, but the Kitten Killer on my opponent's attack can restand a Dawn.
There you go.
So I can always have the Dawn open for Dead Man's Game as counter.
All right, 7. Cam on the take, taking the second hit. Or Willie. Does have the blocker. 2 blockers. And decides to go blocker route.
Yeah, realizing that I do have a lot of bodies on board.
I think it's smart on Cam here. Wants to make sure that he keeps ahead in the game when it comes to life here. Don't want to make it too easy. A lot of people like to take those early life hits, but you got to understand what it does mentally to an opponent. When I feel like there's only like 1 life left, how much easier decisions are when there's just 1 life. When there's 3 life, there's too many factors. You're going to be adding cards to your hand, unknowns to your hand, potential triggers in the right deck. But having life at like 2 or 3 is actually beneficial to you because it's really not enabling your opponent to think endgame scenario. Whereas I think if you're at 1 life, maybe 2, but if you're at 1, I feel like most players are thinking, okay, what's the lights out turn? What am I? How many turns away from being able to punch through whatever,
right,
how many cards they have, and now there's less math because there's less resources added to hand. And as I've said to multiple players, knowing when to go for it is absolutely paramount in this game. If you don't have that math figured out yet, you're really missing the fundamentals of what a One Piece game is. Like, yes, there's sequencing. Yes, there's dawn, acquisition, and curves you got to follow. The most important mechanic of the game is you have to know when is it your last turn, when is your opponent's last turn, and what are you going to do about it.
Right. Also, speaking of Paramount, OP13 is going to be another Paramount War set.
I heard. That's fantastic.
I know you've been wanting another Paramount War set for a while.
So. I really have. I love this. It's the one thing that's getting me so hyped about like getting to the end game because they said it was going to be Paramount War on steroids. So I'm like, if you can beat Paramount War as a block, this is going to be the greatest thing of all time. This is going to be the Infinity Gauntlet or the Infinity Game movie. Just emphasized times 10.
I have the hot take of I'm actually not a huge fan of those movies.
Okay, that's fair.
Especially Endgame. I do not like Endgame. I think it is not a good movie.
It's a fair assessment. I mean, to each their own. I'm never going to tell anybody they're wrong or right based on what they like. It's your like. Do you know the people that are out there? Oh, he's using the limit ability.
Yeah,
so limit ability, get the Sabo. Just if you're out there thinking, oh my god, he played the Sabo. How do you do that? That's why we have leader ability. But I don't know what it is with some people that they get their opinion out there and say, how dare you have that opinion? It's like, it's their opinion, bro. Like, what say do you have and whether somebody else likes or hates something? Is anybody else just like baffled by someone who questions you about like, it's my opinion, okay? It's your opinion. It's like, what else are you going to do about this? Curly says, the greatest story of all time, no hyperbole. All right, so which one are we talking about? Are we talking about the One Piece as a whole, or are we talking about the Infinity War?
Paramount War?
Paramount War or Infinity War, because we were talking about both. I'm curious, Curly, which one? And if you're on commercial break, I'll just have to wait for you to come back. All right, looks like, oh, he went board here with that attack. 7?
One Piece, okay.
One Piece, oh, absolutely. Hands down.
I mean, personally, I think there are better stories than One Piece.
Really?
Berserk, for one.
Oh, Berserk's so good.
Berserk, greatest story of all time that's never going to get an ending.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sure, they are still continuing it, but it's never going to get a real ending.
I feel like when it comes to the mass of the audiences, when you want something like it's like uniformly good for any type of audience, old, young, whatever your interest is, One Piece encapsulates all of them. Yeah. Berserk, while I agree, is a phenomenal story. I am a big fan. I mean, I think it has a niche audience. I will say, though,
mass appeal is not a good metric of quality. Solo leveling has mass appeal, and that is a terrible story.
Hazelnuts in the chat. You know, sometimes opinions are just wrong. It's their opinion!
That depends on if it's actually an opinion or if they're stating something as an opinion.
Okay. Curly says, it can't end so it doesn't count.
Oh, for Berserk, yeah.
Berserk, yeah.
It'll never have a true ending. I know, but
if a story can't end, can it really be a complete?
Like, Berserk will never be a complete story, is the thing. Yeah. But it is still just so good.
Hands down. Definitely recommend it. If you haven't picked it up, please do so. But it definitely has this niche audience.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's niche. It is a very popular series.
It is, but it's still a niche type of a venue. It's not broadly accepted. It's not, and that's where I'm saying like One Piece is the where it is. It's an introductory to everybody. I've seen old people pick up the Netflix special and say, "What is this I've been missing?" Like super excited about how the live action is playing out, saying, "I really love this storyline." So if you can appeal to just about as many people, I agree with you. Sometimes it can be slop.
I would argue that solo leveling is actually not very palatable. I very much do not enjoy that show. I do not think it is good.
He is Curly. If you haven't been a part of the channel during the solo leveling arc that we had, it is his most hated anime of all time.
Just wait till we get the Union. Yes, okay.
Yes.
I will say, solo leveling is Sword Art Online without the rape and incest. That's what it is. That's all it is. It's Sword Art Online without all the gross stuff Sword Art Online has.
Yes.
Which still makes it really bad, but it means that it's not like abhorrent. It's like just because it's not abhorrent like Sword Art Online is doesn't make it good.
I'll spit out my drink there. YouTube is arguably what is in the show. He is not describing anything else. And no, he's not wrong. All right, let's get into it. I think we're getting close to the final stages. 1 in 1 life. Do you feel like this is endgame, or do you feel like we got like 3 more turns left?
Maybe. I think we got a couple turns.
Mm-hmm. And he's already having to take these 9 hits from Trafalgar Law.
Yeah.
And then the 6 hits from the restand.
Yep.
And you got this Bonnie,
which froze the Shanks, so I know I don't have the 12k coming. Also, swinging with the Sabo first is a bit questionable. Because Sabo needs 3 rested characters.
It's a draw card, yeah. It's interesting.
So we did whiff a draw there.
Yeah.
Because we're going to be attacking with the Dofi no matter what, because it's going to restand itself. It's a freebie. So definitely should have attacked with the Dofi first, just so that we got the draw for the Sabo.
I'm curious, did you guys talk about that at the table?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Look, I have ADHD. My memory is...
Cam is, yes.
I mean, yeah.
And he's mostly a Pokemon player before.
I thought that Sai and Cam like just got into Pokemon.
Did Sai? You gotta let me know if he just got into Pokemon, because I thought he came from Pokemon over to us here. Oh yeah, they did just get into it too. Okay, all right.
Yeah, because I saw them first start playing at a Pokemon pre-release when I was playing Gundam.
Like I didn't even know he was into it until I saw him playing on the Friday night. Where that's Friday nights are our Pokemon nights.
They're also Gundam nights.
Yes. Which I can't wait to hopefully get my luck returned around.
If we're not snowed in, I am not playing the deck I did last week. If we want to have some fun, I might just DM you the picture I took just so that we can talk about that for a bit, because
Sure.
That was a crime. It's like I was the victim of a crime. Like
He's not wrong. I saw it firsthand, guys. It was pretty.
You saw it secondhand. It was a picture because you weren't there.
That's right. That's good.
But I will say what happened is I played a show of Resolve, drew 2 cards, and after the 2 cards I drew, I actually screamed. It's like I legitimately screamed when I saw that I drew a base and a pilot.
What's he
with that hand?
God, so many.
It's like I actually screamed.
There are some mulligans in that game, guys, that would just make you want to like flip the table.
Yeah.
You were just.
And the thing was, this was like a high stakes game because this was for first place.
Are we going for endgame here though? You just Deadman game here. Took 2 blockers out. Are we going for it?
Yeah, I think we're going for it here.
All right, 7 coming into life here. We'll see if Cam has a 2. 3 needs 3. Yeah, he has 1 Deadman's game.
I'm still feeling pretty good here because I have a decent amount of Dawn. I have a 9k at least, and however much I load up on lead, I could also put 3 under. Getting kill. Ooh, takes the 5.
The 5.
That's a juicy take.
Yeah, that means lights out. If he had to have done the math, because that's a 14k swing coming his way.
Yeah, or potentially more. I probably should have just been a 14k. I think.
Yeah.
I'm just styling at this point.
Okay, restand Law to get the extra Bonnie swing for another 7k.
Okay, that's a 2 and a 1, and if this is lights out, I'm pretty sure that he does not have enough cards in hand for that.
No, not with 3. 14 would have been the swing right there, especially taking that level.
I mean, I was winning this no matter what, but still.
Congrats. Great line, great scene.
And Blogger Bonnie out of life.
Yeah. Cam Sharp, well done, well performed. I liked it. I know we didn't talk specifically about it as they were doing some setups, but still great matchup. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, if you're on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button. And for all of you still here, hit the exclamation point join. We've got 2 packs to give away. We got to get the board set up. We got 2 more games left to go. Stay tuned. We got some awesome action coming your way. We'll be right back.
No, Curly. No, he can't.
You're telling me he can't rest 4 dons for 2 2Ks? We're going to talk about that next soon. Stay tuned.
You have 5 done to work with, not 4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Good grief. I can't wait to talk about your deck, Curly. It's coming up soon. All right. Someone let Brett know he's up next. We're going to be getting him and myself on camera here for round 2. Let's see how I do. And guess what deck I'm playing? You'll have to find out next. And that's going to do it for this round. If you've been here this long, hit the like and subscribe button. Help us out. We're a growing channel and just trying to get out as many TCGs and coverage for you guys at home. Brought to you mostly by the people you're seeing scroll over here, my Patreons. The ones that help me fund and do everything I can to try to expand this channel to cover multitudes of different TCGs that you are seeing here. You like the one you're watching now? That's great. We also have other things that you might like. From a broad spectrum of the Bondi to the new League of Legends, Riftbound games, and other independents like Alpha Clash. We like to cover as many games here, and I love all these TCGs. Most of the time I take part in. If you guys are liking this content, though, please help us grow, help us get into the point where we can improve our quality of content for you, and get to the point where you guys really get the product that you deserve. Thank you for being here, as always. This is going to be it for today. I hope to see you in the next video. That might be listed up here. I don't know, editor, can you help me out?